Hello everyone, welcome to the kingdom. I am the Paper King, and today we're not gonna play, and we're gonna talk about Across 1,000 Dead Walls, Alex T, Black Oath Entertainment. It's been a while since I made a video for this channel, and to be fair, I kind of feel I was in the right spot to come back. I don't really have the time to go through a gameplay. I might have one in the future. I think I'm gonna remove this actually. I like the golden desk. This is my desk actually, where I have my PC and all the stuff. This is an Xbox over there. You see the laptop here when I'm recording. There's a screen here, which that's why the shadow, because I have a light towards the book, pointing towards the book. I have here the control of the light. I got rid of all the equipment I have because, to be honest with you guys, didn't convince me the quality and for the purpose of the channel, just for me to have some fun and to express myself about certain topics and all the stuff realistically. I didn't need like expensive equipment. So yeah, basically I'm recording with my tablet, with the iPad. Just pretty much it, to be fair. We're gonna talk about this today. Why Across 1,000 Dead Walls? Because first is from LST. You know, particularly, I don't think I'm the only one in this train. Everything LST creates for me is basically a blast. There's a mosquito. It's already winter and I have a mosquito. Actually, I have almost everything released for the game. This is the player 8 game by Felix. I know Felix from 2D6 Dungeon, but I can see he already created as well. And then I have the mission operations and Star Crew Spring Sites, which is basically pre-generated characters and pre-generated stations and planets. So all the aids. I have as well all the sheets, but I also use, sorry, I forgot to bring it up. So I use the Remarkable DOS. That's how I like to call it. It's a Remarkable DOS. Basically, this is a device, but it's like a notebook. So you go here, there you go, and then you can write hello YouTube. So instead of using sheets all the time paper, I just use it here. Go here and say variation, bam, and just keep going. So I use a lot the Remarkable DOS. I have the Rhino pen, and I have the one with the eraser, which is the Stadler. But you can use the regular pen and paper, pure pen and paper. That's up to you. What is this game about? So basically, is RPG in the space. It's very mechanical. It's very rules driven, more than I also playing lately Starforge, Iron Sworn, Starforge, and I am enjoying both because they are very different. I don't have the physical book yet, is arriving, or I'm getting in around mid-October, because that's when it's coming back to stock. I'm using it in the iPad, but I'm recording on the iPad, so you can have it on. So I'm playing a lot Starforge and Across a Thousand Worlds at the moment, and they are, both of them, they are very different. Since Starforge is like narrative driven, you create your character, you interactions with NPCs and exploration. I mean, there is rules and there is, mechanics there, but nothing in comparison with this. This is much more mechanical. This is much more, let's say, kernel falas in space. Okay, it's like kind of a dungeon crawler in space. Much more than a proper RPG, but you have RPG elements. Obviously, the art from LST, every work, every book of any book of LST has a great and amazing artwork. Yeah, I mean, the glare is a bit annoying, gonna lie. Need to find a better spot. So, Drake Industries, today, you're one of the very few people selected each year who may become a limited partner in Carbon Station Enterprises, a subsidiary of Drake Industries. Your first obligation is to sign the enclosed memorandum of agreement. There is even on internet a memorandum of agreement you can actually sign. Didn't print it, but actually it could be nice. Actually, didn't think about it. You need not to do this at once. You are encouraged to study the agreement and to seek legal advice if available. However, until you sign, you will be not eligible to occupy corporation housing, dine at the corporation commissary, or participate in corporate instructions courses. Accommodations are available at the Karun Hotel and Restaurant for those who are guest visitors or who do not yet wish to sign the memorandum of agreement. So, say the lawyer is a bit annoying. So this is a character creation, backgrounds, it's a lot of roll dice. So you can be here you can be a ocean sweeper, a petty criminal, plastic miner, celebrity, that's data miner. So create your hero, your character with a lot of RPG elements, but very mechanical at the same time. It's hard to explain them. This is how you play. Very skill checks, attribute checks, opposed checks like kernel falas, advantage and disadvantage. You have difficulty. I mean, I compare with kernel falas because it's the one who from LST they can actually I play more hours. I have the latest one I have here printed. I say I wasn't gonna print it. I printed. I need to bind it because at the moment just loose paper. Critical failure and success, assertion levels, tracking gear, combat is in. You can either in big scroll sheet, or you can do 4 windows, 4 rooms, which is a simplified version of that. Anyway, is fairly simple. Full stop here. Fairly simple for RPG, but it has a lot of trickiness there. So it is deep enough to get you there to enjoy the combat, but at the same time is simple enough when you have a few combat already, then it comes like naturally to you and you just play and you don't need to check the rules so many times and all the time like flipping everything. So this is what the combat look like. You have places to cover, full cover, partial cover, again, like plenty of spaces. You have where everyone goes, you feel prize, initiative. Stamina is basically the actions you have. Normally, RPG has 2 free actions. In this case, you have stamina. You start with 10 stamina every time you start a combat, and then you can spend 5, you can spend 3, you can spend 8, depends on the action you're gonna do, spend more or less stamina. But basically they are actions. Moving, the stance, you want to be I normally don't use this, but you can use it to add down deeper progression to your character or deeper combat tricks, and then how the combat resolution it is. The hit location, like Kernathalas again, armor, light on sight, which is important because you have cover. This is explosives, how the explosives work. Keeping combat, flanking, Overwatch is a lot here. Samples, how to use it, how to do it. And then you keep going with some damage, injures, and then you go stealth, which I don't use it, to be honest. Conditions, you can get conditions, obviously. There's a lot of aliens references here, and this game is fantastic. I'm really enjoying it. Stress, how to manage the stress. This is a lot of keep tracking, keep like things in track. It's not easy. Sometimes, obviously, you get lost and forget things, but as I always say, this is a solo role-playing game, so the most important thing is that you have fun. So if you forget to add a couple of stress here, and I mean, yes, you kind of not following the rules like 100%, but come on, as far as you're enjoying it, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, the rules are here. Stress is very interesting mechanic. How you react to stress, obsessions, how you lose stress, you create traumas, lies a lot of emotions. I like this. So good things make you advance in the positive emotions, bad things go in the negative, and obviously the negative and the positive have impact on the character and bring you something. So you're calm, character feels peaceful and free of worry, -1 skill combats, +1 manipulation. It's a lot of fun. And then how they play, how you war, you basically choose your. So this is basically a game with they found like asteroid, they found a place, in the space with alien ships, aliens technology, and they don't know how to use it. They don't know how to translate what is the alien, what they left behind, but they figured out the minimal, so they can use the ships and they can travel to random destinations already, record on the ships, on the starships, and then they go to places, loot. Sometimes the place, because they don't know where they're going, can be dangerous and they can be literally mortal. Some of them, they come back with great loot, and they they make them rich, like a legend or whatever. So it's about that. And then you create, you give name to your starship, and you start with the basic survival packs, and then you go the mechanical, how you travel through space, something happen, and you roll on D100, and then if you do 20 or less, something happen, and you need to deal with the consequences, misjumps, or disasters. And then you roll 40 or less. And then you arrive to the place. You travel by weeks, so every week you spend oxygen, you spend rations, and every week you don't make it to the place, then 10% and 20% on the rolls. So basically after 2-3 weeks, it's really rare you don't make it to the place, and then you can make it to a planet, or you can make it to a site. Different rules, same kind of concept. You literally give the name, you go the purpose of the place. It's a RPG in the matter that you create areas, you create character, you create enemies, and then give all the details possible. But the gameplay is very mechanical. It's very like a dungeon crawler in space, which is fantastic. So side hazard, you roll, known threats. side activities is quiet, how many encounters, what was the purpose, how is which are the characteristics, like toxic atmosphere, distorted, extreme temperature, how big it is, etc., and then resources, what you loot, how much you can get from the loot. It's just a lot. It's like 400 pages. Then you can go in the exploration of the sites. You can go to a place which is locked, and then you need to try to open the doors, different doors. There depends. It's like a lot. I mean, this game I've been playing for 20-25 hours already, and it doesn't get boring at all. Taking a break, and then the same with the sites, but with the planets, which is when you get the scroll, the X maps, and then you start to create the planet. It's like a lot of content. Remind me a bit of how you create the exterior, the outside wall in No Quest. I mean, it is a lot of difference, but in the basics, it's kind of the same. And I like it. Like simple and very nice. And then you create enemies. Literally, the enemies are no the usual. You actually create enemies. What kind of enemy you give them? This is the kind of role thing. So you create a scene and you try to roll. You imagine you are a young scavenger. You just left home because you owe money, and then you came to this station and trying to get the money to save your family from the pirates, for instance, and then you are in the Red Asteroid, which is the main bar of the station, and then you discover like they're letting you go tomorrow to a place like completely unknown, but the rumors like now I'll take the place because it's full of treasure, but it's also full of loot, and also full of mysteries and full of enemies. So you could just go there and go crazy and okay, I'm going there, blah blah blah. So you have to create. You have tables to create the NPCs, how they react, how everything, because it may help you in the missions. NPC nature, NPC quirks. This is kind of the roleplay area of the book. How you play the game, but at the same time, you don't need to play the game this way. You could just go fairly mechanical, since oracles here for inspiration. You could go just fairly or full mechanical and just follow the rules and do, as I say, a dungeon crawler in the space. So here we go. You create the antagonists, you create the enemies, you get how difficult they are. Depends how many players, how many crews you have. You have your EGs on your own, or you have more people with you. And then you create, this is a Wordian, this is an aberration, asynthetic, how big it is, how tall, how massive it is, how intelligent. Why is the drive is just destruction, predation, parasitic, I can't say that. Which is like alien, they put you the parasite on you, territory control. You see the stats depends, so this is easy, standard, overwhelming, and then what kind it is, the behavior. This is pure kernel tell us again, not pure, but to compare something with some of the followers of Alex now, which is kernel tell us. And then we have some here regenerated-ish, because basically they are the Guardians, kind of a stronger enemy, so they already have the stats here created, they have even the images, which is also nice. And then a bit of history, what happened, what's going on, to put like a bit of background if you want to go on the role play like a proper RPG, and then life at the station, what's going on in the station, how are you going around, how is the station, the asteroid here when they discover the alien ships, the different areas of the station, what you can do in them, blah blah blah, which is blah blah blah. No, it's great, but this is a lot of blah 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 in the book. And then you have random NPC crew members you want to create. That's why I have the crew. You can just jump into that and get them. And then you have weapons, what they do, etc. The range. You have the armor and different gear. It's just a lot. And they have 2 scenarios, like usual for Alex. Always great, like in the science for Carnathalas once again. So you have 2 scenarios there. This is the last picture. It has icons. It has icons with some tokens, and it comes as well with some pre-generated scenarios. But I don't really like them too much. I play either in the one with the X. Oh, see my face. It's close, but I need to move a couple of boxes, so I'm just gonna leave it there. Like it's X's in a map. So you either play the combat, or you can do, as I say, the 4 runs. With at the moment I'm using the one for the new games, Salvage. I don't remember the name right now. Salvage and Sorcery, cut me. Yes, I think it is Salvage and Sorcery. So 4 runs, move in the 4 runs, attack the enemies, fight the enemies. As a combat is much better with the whole scenario of the XX, but simpler and quicker is the 4 runs, and sometimes I just swap between them. But yeah, this is not really a review, it's just me talking about this game and how much I enjoyed it. Mix it with, as I say, with the Starforge. I will talk about Starforge as well eventually. It's like such a good combination. You can actually probably, I didn't do it yet, but probably you can get some elements from Starforge and use them here, and some elements from here and using Starforge. Iron Sworn, Starforge. I never play Iron Sworn. It's something I wouldn't mind to do, but at the moment I only play Starforge because I am into this science fiction phase, put it the way you want. And yeah, this is review, no review, or Cross 1,000 Dead Walls is, for me, beyond Carnathalas, because I'm a huge fan of Carnathalas, so I don't want to put it over to Carnathalas, but it's one of the games that really hit me. Like I really enjoy from the first minute. It took me a while to get used to. It's not straightforward like the 4 Against Darkness, so you need to spend some time with it. But whenever you get the rules, whenever you get into it, it's such a great game. I'm gonna say it's like 400 pages here, so it's massive. It's like a big game. Yeah, so far a great experience, and because there is a lot of content inside of this book, it's difficult to get bored quickly. Let's say obviously you play 1,000 hours, eventually you're gonna repeat a lot of stuff, but if you play 100, I'm sure you can enjoy those 100 hours. And it costs PDF thing is like £12, £13, so there you go, 100 hours for £13. I think it's worth it. So there we go, video in the channel after quite a long time. I'm happy to be back. I try to be more consistent, or at least to upload videos weekly or bi-weekly, but I don't want to leave so long for the next video. Maybe there will be a lot of gameplays. It will be me talking about games, talking about life, probably, because it's easier for me just to record these kind of videos instead of go full berserk on gameplays, and if you want the gameplays, you can always go to other channels. One I would like to recommend is the Hollow Seeker. He just make great videos, and a lot of them are gameplays. I recommend the one from Kernathalas. I recommend the latest one from Salvage and Sorcery of LST, and I really enjoy as well the Hostile, the videos that he make about Hostile. So as I say, there's many YouTube channels about gameplay. So there's also a lot of YouTube channels about reviews. But as I say, well, I just wanted to go back to be back in the channel to talk about this fantastic game. Probably, we could do a session more like a podcast session, like what's going on. For instance, like Starforge is easy to do that. You just talk and say, okay, I'm going to this planet, I'm gonna chat with this guy. You roll some dice here and there, you do the moves, what is called the moves. So basically, it's the mechanics of the game. You do moves and you keep pushing the story forward. You might face some situations, danger situations, complications. So Starforce is more like easy to record because you don't need this one, for instance, mechanical rules. Same with other games like, I don't know, like for Against Darkness, one of my favorites of the 100 Dungeon. You actually need to play the game more with them, with a piece of paper, with a pen, with the rolling dice all the time. So I don't know. See how the future unfolds. For the moment, I'm back, and as always, a pleasure to be here with you. If you like the video or you don't, just keep a like, subscribe, and see you soon. Thank you.